Hello everyone. Today's we are in Department of Social Work in University of Delhi. As we know, आज हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं वर्ल्ड मेंटल हेल्थ डे. सो इसी चीज़ को ध्यान में रखते हुए हमने अपने साथ एक रिसर्च स्कॉलर हैं जो दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ सोशल वर्क से पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं और इस टॉपिक पर अपने व्यूज़ आपके सामने रखेंगे. सो मैं आपको उनसे मिलवाना चाहता हूँ.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम अर्पित है. मैं दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ सोशल वर्क में एक रिसर्च स्कॉलर हूँ और मेरे साथ शंकर है. शंकर ही मेरे साथ इस विश्वविद्यालय में शोधार्थी है, रिसर्च करते हैं हम लोग. और आज मेंटल हेल्थ डे है, तो इसका जो टॉपिक है वो है मेंटल हेल्थ इन द टाइम ऑफ इमरजेंसी एंड डिस्ट्रेस. एंड मैं शंकर से पूछना चाहूँगा कि हमें इमरजेंसी या डिस्ट्रेस है उसमें मेंटल हेल्थ का क्या कोरिलेशन है, आप इसमें बताएं.
So पहले है I would say कि today is World Mental Health Day and every year we come up with a theme to stress the need of mental health in various settings. Like last year it was on workplace settings, why we need to start hearing the voices and narrations in the workplace. So this year we have a theme called access to services, mental health and catastrophes and emergencies. हम कहना चाह रहे कि ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ कैटास्ट्रॉफीज एंड इमरजेंसीज, इवन बिफोर दैट द पीपल हु आर वल्नरेबल एंड पीपल हु आर ससेप्टेबल टू not only natural catastrophes, let's say war. Now we know that Israel and Palestine war is going on there, and how many children, women, elderly people and other humans are getting killed every day. And imagine the trauma that the people are facing every day, and the arising psychosocial and mental challenges, because in war lot of emphasis are given to the health challenges, but what about the mental health thing? So that is why this year we are actually taking steps that access to services. So in mental health it is often actually seems inaccessible and unaffordable, as well as not even able to available as well. And this year we are focusing upon access to services, mental health in catastrophes and emergencies. And I would like to stress that all across the world, the catastrophes, natural catastrophes due to climate change, and the man-made catastrophes like the cruel war that is going on in the Palestine and the Gaza Strip, and that needs to get stopped, because even this particular in 2 years itself, lot of damage have been done, and not a single step regarding to rehabilitation, as well as providing services, mental health services to the the survivors of Israel-Palestine war is not been initiated, and that needs to be done.
And furthermore, I feel that the post-war trauma which induced, like there are many we have seen those children who were hungry, and now building a nation or raising a nation from ground zero again would be a trauma-induced nation. What is your opinion on this?
You are absolutely right, Arpit. And imagine that the particular indigenous people of Palestine were there, and suddenly settler people came in and said, "This is our land and you have to go." And obviously the resistance were there, and due to the neoliberal agenda of the United States, that they funded heavily to the Israel, and criminalized the Palestinian people and vilified them across the world. But at the same time, the resilience that is being shown by many countries, let's say, I would say that the country Italy, the dock workers and the proletariats of Italy have completely halted the process because this particular war and the cruelty of it have been felt by them, and they are being empathetic that this should be stopped. And people like the democratical as well as the people who is with the survivors have to show the resilience that how this needs to get come up. And I would say that actually will help us to build towards it.
And I have one last question with you. Like we have seen कि आज की जो डेमोग्राफिक चेंज हो गया है, एक आइडियोलॉजिकल जो इमरजेंस हुआ है, उसमें भी कहीं ना कहीं एक निगलेक्ट को दिखाई देता है कि लोगों के अंदर जो मेंटल हेल्थ की जो एक कोसेंट होता है वो कहीं ना कहीं रिड्यूस हो गया है. और क्या ये टारगेटेड है या स्टेट इंड्यूस है, आप क्या कहेंगे?
So, as you know, health is nothing but comprising of all physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual. And man is itself a social animal, and we are indeed need to interact with this society. The societal interactions actually led us. But what of the state or the particular mindset of the state that actually shows hatred towards one another, or having a stance that one particular minority groups are actually threatening the majority, and the narration of belonging to particular caste class itself is actually being a bad thing portrayed by the minority of a caste and upper class people. And the continuous and induced trauma is nothing but generational. And if you could see the spaces that is being educational or workspaces where marginalized are getting suffered, and how this particular impact on their mental health needs to be studied a lot, because the literature around the particular mental health which actually addressing the marginalized, let's say in the school settings, in college settings, in workplace settings, what are the various psychosocial challenges that the particular groups are facing that is indeed needs to be discussed, because people said that catastrophes and emergencies are maybe in a large scale or an indie scale, but it is absolutely not. Emergencies is nothing but it can happen at any time, because we may also look at emergency like the continuous caste oppression and discrimination, which is actually a catastrophe. We have been independent for 75 years and carrying untouchability for more than decades and centuries, but still we are not able to done with untouchability in every space. And how this particular practice of untouchability towards a particular marginalized or Dalit groups and backward classes and castes, and how this particular needs to get addressed, this will actually need to get focused upon how mental health is actually needs to taken as a priority when it comes to availing services during the catastrophes and emergencies.
थैंक यू। सो इसमें मुझे एक चीज़ ऐड करना चाहूँगा, जैसे कि हमने अभी हरियाणा का जो केस देखा हुआ है, जो डीएसपी सर थे जो एक मार्जिनलाइज दलित कम्युनिटी से बिलोंग करते थे, और उनने स्टेट इंड्यूस सुसाइड जो किया है, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं जो स्टेट है या जो स्ट्रक्चर है उसने इस चीज़ को इंड्यूस किया उनके अंदर कि उन्होंने सुसाइड किया। तो हमें इस चीज़ को भी लेके सेंसिटिव होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारी जो स्टेट है वो कंटिन्यूस इमरजेंसी के पोजीशन में अभी भी है, और इस पे अगर हम एक्सरसाइज करेंगे तभी जाके हमारा जो देश है वो कहीं ना कहीं एक प्रोग्रेसिव और इंक्लूसिव होगा। थैंक यू।